except for the fuel gauge, which it's not gonna be hooked up.
Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Joe Generation Girls in the Peach Capital with a steak, baby. Got my grits in my pocket. Got my grits. Got my crackers. Let me get a water, Matt. How you doing, Mac? What's up, Yancy? What's up, Scoot? Tell you what, we're gonna build a table today. We're gonna build a table. We're gonna take this metal that I got. We're gonna try to lay out this table. I should have probably got the other metal outside, put inside before it got buried under about 7-8 inches of snow. Trying to get somebody to drag the Chevy to the shop. What Chevy? I need a haircut, bad. And I've been wearing this, and when I wear this, it puts my it puts my beard up in my face like old goatee. Thinking about going predator hunting this afternoon. Right before dark, go predator hunting. That's what I'm thinking about doing this afternoon. Man, I love weather like this. Yeah, I love weather like this. Especially during when it's hunting season. Been down over a month now. I'm working on it. I'm not working on it in this weather. Yeah, man, that's funny, man. I mean, and again, somebody's gonna probably say, well, it ain't your business. Well, it actually is my business, because it's actually everybody's business, because everybody pays taxes. Everybody. You know, you pay taxes at the store, I pay taxes on this water. And again, I'm not talking politics or religion. It's funny. It's just, I don't know. It don't make sense to me, and I'm a numbers guy, so when it don't make sense, it don't make sense. So, it is what it is. Yeah. But we're going to build a table. These are chai. We're going to build a table, another table. And we're going to move some tools around, clean up this table. So we're going to build another table so we can take that stuff off of this table and put on that table. Yeah, I guess we all need a good tax guy, Yancey. Yeah, I don't understand how you can get like $7,800 back on your taxes. Yeah, but you can't count disability as income. Yeah, or Social Security. So you can't claim that as income. Yeah, it don't make no sense. But you can always tell. You can always tell this time of year everybody gets their taxes back and they go stupid. They start. We're just gonna let a few people come in and we're gonna start building the table. You can always tell when people get their taxes back, they start spending money, and then after they spend all their money, then they go broke, and then they complain, and then they don't do nothing. It's like people winning the lottery. People win the lottery, and then when you go back and, I mean, they'll win millions, and you go back in 6 months to a year, and they broke, and they don't have no money. And you see them at Walmart bagging groceries. They're broke. They have no discipline whatsoever. None. Absolutely. Zero. Zilch. Nada. And then they blame everybody else for their misfortune when they don't have no discipline. Yep. Sure enough. And then again, somebody's gonna say, well, why are you worried about it? I'm not worried about it, but we all pay taxes, so we all got a dog in the fight. So explain to me how you can get a $7,800, $8,000 return on taxes when you don't pay in taxes. Hey, no politics and no religion. Yeah. Yeah, we're not talking politics. We're talking taxes. Yeah, the reason why I brought this up is because the other day at Tractor Supply, this guy, I did a video on it. I was just venting. I did a video on it. Oh, it's okay. Rogue, you fine. Rogue, you fine. You got a cool name. Like the character off of X-Men. So, no, this guy that I know, he got back about $7,800 in taxes. And he don't have a job. He's on disability. He lives at home with his mama. He's like 50-some years old. Probably his mama's cooking him chicken nuggets on a paper plate. She probably gives him an allowance. I don't see how you can get back $8,000 on your taxes when you don't pay nothing in. That's like a blister. A blister shows up when the work's done. Just don't make sense to me. And if it don't make sense, then it don't make sense. So we're going to build a table. We're going to build a table. And so we're going to build this table. And we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going. Like I said, we're going to get this metal. Dinosaur nuggets. Yes, that's right, Sam Frost. Welcome to the channel. That's right, them dinosaur nuggets and them little kid meal packets where you get the little sprinkles to put on the pudding. Honey, your chicken nuggets are done. Mama, I'm coming. I'm in the middle of Call of Duty. You're going to have to wait. Mama, I told you I was in here playing Call of Duty and we fighting for real. We fighting for real. I'm leading this team, Mama. I told you not to bother me. And when I'm playing Call of Duty, my name is Commander. Address me accordingly. Couldn't whoop your what you said sounded pretty political. What part did I say? I didn't talk about religion or politics. Marie Backcountry, I didn't say anything political or religion. Nothing. I was saying money. How can you get back $7,800 back on your taxes when you don't have a job? You don't pay in, you collect disability, and you live at home with your mama and you're 50 years old. How is that political? That's not political. That's math. Hello, Wabbit. That's exactly political. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not to me, it's not. Everybody has their opinion. To me, it's not. It's not political. It's work ethic. It's discipline. I think that you should not be able to get nothing unless you put something in it. That's like everybody showing up to play ball and everybody gets a trophy just because you showed up. That's a participation trophy. That's not political. Not to me, it's not. That is, and I mean, I'd be willing to debate with you about it. We can have an honest debate about it, but we don't talk politics or religion over here. But we'll have a debate on you how that is. So you're saying that so let me get this right, Marie Backcountry. So you're saying since everybody shows up at the ball game and it doesn't matter if you win or lose and everybody gets a trophy for showing up and participating, that's political, that's politics? I could see where you say that's polished politics, that you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and everybody gets a trophy for showing up. But that ain't what I do. That's not me. Either you put in the work and you reap the reward. You don't show up and get the reward because you was there. If you don't put nothing in, you shouldn't get anything out. That is common sense to me. That ain't got nothing to do with political. Again, we can't debate about it because you can't see how what you're saying is political. I just asked you. Well, I guess you don't understand what's up, Tulu. I guess my definition of debating and your definition of debating is completely two different things. So let me ask you this question and I'm going to be done with it. Let me ask you this question. So, yeah. Just like a lot of people think, a lot of people get envy and jealous different. People say, oh, they're just jealous of him. No, there's a difference between jealousy and envy. A lot of people throw out the word jealousy and it's not jealousy. What's up, Minnesota? Yeah, so let me ask you this, Marie Backcountry, and then we're going to build this table. Right? Who said anything about that? Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You're talking about morals. Yeah. So my thing is, you calling it political, I'm not calling it political. I don't think that if you show up, just because you show up at a participating trophy, you show up, and just because you showed up, everybody gets a trophy. Both sides, both teams get a trophy because you showed up. That's not how it works. That is coddling people to not realize and face the real world. You can't go to work and clock in and at the end of the week don't do nothing and expect to get a check. Just because you don't want to say it's political. Hey, okay, so is jealousy and envy the same word? All right, we're going to build a table. We're going to build a table. Yeah, that's right, Yancey. That's right, Yancey. I'm not saying that. 8, 9, 10. That's 41 and 5/8. That's 41 and 5/8. Hey, Debbie, I appreciate that clarification. I said what I said. Go back and rewind it and watch what I said. I said, how can you get back $7,800 on your tax return and you don't have a job? You don't have a job. You don't have a job. You have disability, but you're not disabled. You do all the stuff you want to do. You ride up and down the roads, you do this, you go to trips, you go on the beach, you do this, you do all the stuff you want to do, but you're not disabled. But you claim to be disabled. You can function, but you choose not to function. You sit at home and collect a disability check. But you can't claim disability or Social Security as a taxable income. You can't report it as income. But you get back $7,800 on your taxes, but you don't have a job. That's not political. That's right or wrong. I'm sorry that you feel it. I'm sorry you see it the way you see it, and I understand, but it doesn't make sense to me. That is what I'm talking about. JG, your last short had me heated because when you read my damn mind, the issue pissed me off. Yeah. See? Yeah. Let me show you this. Maybe this will help. This is putting in work, right? This is full. This is you sitting here doing nothing. Not doing anything. Let me put it to you like this. This is somebody not doing anything. This person is over here working. This person is capable of doing stuff, but they're sitting there not doing nothing. When it comes time to get paid, this person sticks their hand out and wants to get paid. But you didn't put no work in. But I want you to give me money. That's what I'm talking about. You don't get in what you don't put in. I call that a blister. You show up when the work's done. Exactly, Davey. Yeah. How can you get something when you didn't put nothing in? All right, so this one right here is this one. We're gonna build a table. We're gonna build a table. We're gonna build a table now. We over the 20-minute mark. So this is 41 and 5/8. I'm just venting 41 and 5/8. So we got 41 and 5/8. I'm just venting. Yeah, let's build a table. No, that's a K5 Blazer. This is 37 and a half. So we're gonna measure all this metal. Oh yeah, here's something else. Here's something else. So I talked to my buddy Baby Legs, right? I talked to my buddy Baby Legs, Keith Barker. He's down in Florence, South Carolina. He probably is he's probably one of the best big wheel baggers in the United States. And fiberglass guy, and audio tuner, and audio designer, and speaker designer, and anything else audio. Batteries, speakers, woofers, tuner. He is the man. He is the cat daddy of it all. So we talk all the time. We talk all the time about audio and stuff like that because I've done some stuff for him in the past. We got some stuff coming up we've been talking about. So I asked him a question. I asked him, what do you think of Resilient Sound? And he laughed while he's drinking his Mountain Dew and drinking his Marlboros. He says it's junk. 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 I said, you think so? And he's like, yeah. I said, does DS18 give out sponsors? He says, yes. He says, all I got to do is make a phone call and DS18 will sponsor anybody that I say. Because he's a DS18. He's a DS18. He is a DS18 he is a DS18 vendor, dealer. He also helps them design their speakers, and when I say they build some crazy stuff, right? Some crazy stuff. So he says Resilient Sound does not give out sponsorship. They don't do it. The only thing that they do is they give a discount to people that are going to build a build that they see fit to do competition. That's the only way that Resilient Sound will do anything. They do not give out sponsorships. They give a discount on their prices, but they do not give out discounts. And to let you know, I emailed Resilient Sound. I emailed them. And I asked them, told them what was going on, told them what I was doing, told them this, and asked them about sponsors. Do they sponsor? They emailed me back and said, we do not sponsor people's builds unless it fits our agenda and it is a full competition build. Then we give discounted rates for those builds, but we do not sponsor anything. That is directly from Resilient Sound's business page they emailed me. So why am I telling you this? I cannot stand people that lie, and I cannot stand a thief. So that's that. I cannot stand a liar, and I cannot stand a thief. Why don't you just say, hey, look. Why don't you just say, hey, look, I bought this with my tax money. 36 and 5/8. 36 and, what's up, Mustang? All right, so these right here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got 4, and these are 36. These are 30, that's 8, 9, 10. These are 36 and 5/8. 36 and 5/8. So we got 4 pieces. 36 and 5/8. Appreciate that. So we got those. Let's see what this is. So these will probably be the legs. So these probably be the legs. What's this one right here? This one right here is 35 and 15/16. So this one right here is 35 and 15/16. And these right here was 41 and 5/8. And this one was 37 and a half. So with that being said, yeah, 37 and 5/8. This one's 37 and 5/8. 37 5/8. Hey, y'all, it's snowball white outside. Look, we got anywhere from 7 to 10 inches of snow. Let me show you. So, boys and girls, it's snowball white. It's snowball white. It's snowball white. It's snowball white. Look, the babies are in. The babies had to bring the babies in. Had to bring the babies in. So, let's think about this. So, we're going to build a table, or start building a table. Look at this. 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 Look. Hollywood and Hawkins. Hollywood, Hawkins. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Sun guns in here just. All right, so let's think about this. So we're probably going to make these the tops. So these will be the legs. And let's see. So got him. Ordered him an Uber. So these will be the legs, right? So yeah, I'm thinking these will be the legs. That'll put the table about right here. So these will be the legs. So we can set these off to the side. Set these off to the side. I tell you what, boys and girls, yesterday was sitting on the bank over there on the sitting on the bank. I was sitting on the bank over there at the swamp with Diesel, and it was 3 degrees with the wind blowing. We was chasing ducks. All right, so those are going to be the legs. So now we need to do the top. So this is 37 5/8. That's 41. We're going to have to cut some gussets too. We're going to cut some gussets on the burn table. So I need one more piece. So we do it this way. That'll be right at 42. Need to go out here and we might make the top of the we might make the tabletop out of angle iron. So let me go out here and let me put my boots on. So y'all gonna have to hang out for just a second. I might put my boots on, walk out here and grab a piece of angle. So I got my tennies on. I got my tennis shoes on. Because my boots, the leather on, this is why I wanted those seal boots. When I told y'all I wanted those boots from the UK that are sealed. But you can't get them shipped here to the United States. But I thought about, I got a friend in Canada that said I could ship it to them. I got a friend in Canada said I could ship it to them, and then they would ship it to a guy I know in North Dakota. And then the guy in North Dakota would ship them to me just to get these boots that are made out of seal hide. That's over there in Viking country. All right. So I'm going to have to walk out here, grab this angle in the snow, and I'll be right back. So don't go nowhere. Y'all hang tight, and we're going to build a tabletop out of angle. What's up, Garrett? Y'all hang tight. I'll be right back. Give me I got to walk slow because it's like 8 inches of snow. So y'all just hang tight. Just hang tight. Look at here, boys and girls. Y'all know what a whiteout is? It's where you go outside in the sun, the whiteness of the damn snow just takes you daggone. I can't see nothing. I can't see nothing. Two-inch. Well, imagine that. This, I went to go get an angle, come back with some tubing. Snow blind, yeah, snow blinded. So that's 2-inch, and that's 2 1/4. I seen this and I grabbed it and I was like, oh, there's a piece of tubing. I gotta go back. I guess I'll go get the angle because I don't want to make, if I took that 2 1/2, well, if I took this 2 1/4 and then made 2 pieces go that way, then if I made the top out of angle, let me go get the angle. I'll be right back. Y'all hang tight. Y'all hang tight. Let me go get the angle. I thought we got lucky. I'll be right back. Don't be mad at me. I didn't get no angle. Hey, these two pieces of... I didn't get no, I got to digging in the snow. Hey, them things weigh more than them 18s. So this, all right. So this is 1.5 by 2.25 rectangular tubing. And we got 2 big sticks of this. So this right here is, whoo, $90 and a half. 90 and a half. So we're gonna change our whole plan up. These are 90 and a half. So we got 90 and a half. And I got 2 pieces of this. I got 2 pieces of this. I'm gonna put y'all on a tripod here in a second. Just hold on 1 second. That's 90 and a half too. So we got 2 pieces, 90 and a half. That's even better. That's even better. Let me put y'all on a tripod. Y'all hang tight. We'll put y'all on the tripod. Y'all ready? There we go. I figured I'd just jump on here today since it's a snow day. All right, so let's measure. So these are 90 and a half, so that's even better. So let's measure what we got and lay out a table, okay? So we got this right here. This is 18 by, we're just gonna say 18 by 10, okay? We're just gonna call it 18 by 10. All right. So with that being said, let's lay us out a table, another table. Yeah, I need one of those. Yeah, this one will do it if I do it on the app, but I don't know how to get the app to go live, honestly. So we got 18. Yeah, they make one, and I've been looking at it. Yeah, 18 by 10. Where it follows you around the room, so that's 18 by 10. All right. Yeah, if I had one of those. Now, if I do a video on the DJI software, this thing right here will do face tracking and it will follow me around. But it will, I can't go live with it. I don't know how to go live with it. So those ones like Craig's got, it's actually a little handheld and the phone hooks to it and the eye is what follows you all the way around. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So we got 18 by 10 on that. And then the brake is 33 by, let's say 33 by 16. And this is 20 by 9. So we got 33 by 16. So we got 33 by 16. And what was the other one? The other one was 10. The other one was 10 by 20. So that's 10 by 20. All right. So somebody got a calculator near them, and I'm gonna show you how to do something. I need somebody to go 18 times 10 and tell me what that is. 18 times 10. It's 180. All right. 180 divided by 144. All right. Now do 33 times 16. All right. Now divide that by 144. Divide 528 by 144. All right. Now do 10 times 20. That's 120 divided by 144. Appreciate that, William. Appreciate that, Scoot. All right, that's 138. All right. So 125 plus 3. So 125, 1.25 plus 3.66 plus 1.36 is what? So 1.25 plus 3.66 plus 1.38. We're building a table today, Henry. That's 6.27. So those 4 tools over there, or those 3 tools over there, will take up 6.27 square feet. So what we just did was, the tool was 18 by 10. So you say 18 times 10 is 180 square inches. Because we did 18 inches times 10 inches, that's 180 square inches. Then you divide 144, which is 12 times 12, which is 1 foot times 1 foot, but you got to turn 1 foot into 12 inches. You got to keep inches and feet together. So we got 180 divided by 144, that comes up to be 1.25. So that press over there takes up 1.25 square foot. So that's how we're going to lay out a table. We want to see how much we're going to need. So, if we build a table 4 foot by 4 foot, 6.7, which one is it? So if we build a table 4 foot by 4 foot, that's 16 square. So if we do a table 4 foot by 4 foot, which is half of a sheet, then we got enough room to add these tools and add tools on it later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this tubing that I just wiped off the snow. We're gonna cut this tubing down, and these are gonna be the rails for the tabletop, for the top. So we're gonna build a table that's 4 foot by 4 foot on the outside. Right? And then we're gonna try to go to the scrap yard and try to find either some 1/4 inch or 5/16 or some 3/8 plate. If we can find some 3/8 plate, that would be even better. So this stuff's 1.5 inches this way, and it's 2 1/4 or 2 3/8 that way. We're gonna stand it up. All right. Now, if we got some ideas we can do on cutting this. So we can cut this tubing on a 45 and put 2 45s together. Oh, okay. So we can take this tubing and we can cut it on a 45 and have 45 ends, or we can just butt weld it and it'll be open on the end. So it really doesn't matter. It's all personal preference. If we got to cut it, so if we cut 45 on this end and 45 on that end, then the other ones has got to be 45 and 45. So we got to cut these two and that two, and we just have to adjust the saw. We have to take the saw and adjust it to cut the 45 and 45. And to be honest with you, I don't know if I got enough room in here to do that. So we might just cut it. We might just cut it square on the end, and then cut some gussets out on the burn table, 45s, and put them up there so we know we're square, and then tack it together and gusset. And then when the tabletop goes on top of it, the only thing you'll see is the end that's open. So it's just personal preference. If we had room in here, we could set the saw up, because this stuff's almost 90 inches long. Now we could cut it to length. We could cut it 4 foot. We could do that. We could cut it at 4 foot and then put it back in the saw, because then it's only 4 foot long instead of 90 inches long, and then 45 the ends, and still put gussets. We might do that. We'll probably do that. We'll probably do that. So we'll just cut it. We'll just cut these at 4 foot. Yeah, so we got 4 foot and 4 foot. Well, hold on a second. No. We got 90 and a half. So we don't have 8 foot. So we got 90 and a half. Half is a 1/4. Half of 90 is 45. So we need to cut these things down 45 and a 1/4. So we cut it down 45 and a 1/4. Yeah, if we cut it down 45 and a 1/4. Yeah, if we cut it down 45 and a 1/4, this is how I just talk over and over in my brain. So 45 and a 1/4 and 45 and a 1/4, and then if we come back and we 45, if we cut it down 45 and a 1/4, and then we come back and we 45 both ends, then we only have to handle that much. Show you. So right here. Hey, I appreciate that, Scoot. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is 45 and a 1/4. Right? This is 45 and a 1/4. This is at 45 and that's at 45. So how did I get a 45? You see right there? See on that it says 45. See that? It says 45 right there. So you put your square up there like that on your pivot point, and you roll it out there like that until it hits 45, and then you draw a line. So now you got 45 and 45. So what we'll do is we'll cut this line first, then we'll change up we'll cut this one and the other one, then we'll set the saw up and we'll cut 45 and 45, and then we'll do the same thing on the other end. We'll do 45 and 45 on the other end. So what we'll do, so on this end right here, we'll do the same. On this end right here, we'll do the same thing. So we'll put the pivot point right there and we'll line that up like that. And then we'll cut that off. So there's our 245s. Yes, there's our 245s. And then when we put it together, we'll do this 4 times. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it 8 times. So we do this 8 times, and then we should have our top perimeter box, right? So let's set up the show. I gotta put my tinnies back on. Let me put my tinnies back on. Come on. I got my tennis shoes on. Now y'all seen that, right? Y'all seen that? I just put that thing up there, right? Y'all seen that right there, right? Look. Almost on the line, almost on the line, almost on the line. Gotta adjust it a little bit. Gotta adjust it a little bit. Gotta adjust it. What's up, Lexus? It's about 45 degrees. It's about 45 degrees in here. Somebody asked that a while ago and I didn't answer. So. Oh, there it is. I was looking for my chair. I like bringing y'all in close and personal. Let's double check it and make sure. I've been meaning to build this table for a while. Why not build it today? There's one. There's one. Y'all look. Spring is just around the corner. I got that spring. I got that spring on there for a little bit of extra weight, cause this thing don't do so good. It needs a little help. It needs a little bit of help. All right, let me measure this one. Let me measure this one up here. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. Just hold tight. 45 and a quarter. 45 and a quarter. 45 and a quarter. Y'all hang tight. I'm coming. That's what Custer said, didn't he? I'm going to go ahead and do my 45 lines right now so I don't have to do it after the fact. And I will be there. Hold on, I'll catch up on the chat here in just a sec. Y'all just hang tight. Hang tight. I thought about going Predator. Hey, I appreciate that, whoever did that. I'll have to check that in just a second. Thought about going Predator hunting here in a little while, so. Hey, I appreciate that, Scoop. I appreciate that, Yankee. I'm gonna be honest with you. We're probably going to cut the 45s with a cutoff wheel. We're probably going to cut the 45s with a cutoff wheel. And do it faster with a cutoff wheel. Plus, I don't have to change the saw. I don't have to. To be honest with you. We'll just set it right here and take a cutoff wheel and like I say, just do it faster. Do it faster with a cutoff wheel than. One more to go. One more. We're just about there, boys and girls. fellas, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what y'all been chit-chatting about. Let's clean our table up just a little bit. Let me see what we got going on. What happened? Hey, SRT, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to move some of this stuff out of the way, and we're going to lay this bad boy out. All right, let me. I need to. I texted a buddy of mine and asked him if he had a mag-based drill. I need a mag-based drill. I didn't drill no holes right here on the table. For whatever reason, I didn't do it, but I need to come right here and drill another line of holes. And then I need to come right here on the edge and drill another line of holes. And the reason why I need to do that is because these little things right here, I could put it right there and I could clamp it down. Well, I can't do that because my first hole, the first line of holes are 12 inches inboard on the table, right? So I'm gonna have to move in just a little bit and set the table up and take these bad boys right here. We're gonna put one right here, and we're gonna put. I have 4 of these, so we're gonna put one there, and we're gonna put one there. So we're gonna put that one there. We're gonna put that one there. All right. With that being said, then we're gonna measure from the edge of the table. We're gonna measure from the edge of the table to the face of it. So that's 8 inches. It's 8 inches. We're gonna clamp it down. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna measure this one. We're gonna measure on this end. That's 8 inches. We're gonna clamp it down. Then we're gonna take the square and we're gonna put one square here. And we're gonna put the other square there, like that. So we're gonna put one square up against it and one square there. And that lets me know that that's square to the table. Then, if you wanted to, we could take this square, put that square up to it, take another square, put that square up to that square, and now we know that square is square to the table, and we know that tube is square. We good? Does everybody square? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. So, we got that one, right? So we got that one there. Now we're gonna take this one and we're gonna put it right there. Now, I do know that I cut these cut a little big, but that's okay. It ain't no big deal. Now, probably what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna move this over because this is in the way. And I'll show you why. So we try not to move nothing, but we'll double check it. We'll double check it, make sure it's still 8. Yep, she's still 8. She's still 8. We're gonna clamp her down. All right, we're gonna check it, make sure she's still 8. That one's good. So now this square here can fit right there and we good. Now that's a little gap right there, but it ain't nothing Jay can't feel. I can feel that void. So we got the air compressor running, and the reason why we got the air compressor running is because we're gonna cut out some gussets. So we're gonna cut out some gussets, and we're gonna put the gussets in there, and that's why we cleaned up that, and we're gonna put a gusset there, and we're gonna put a gusset there, and we're gonna tack it in, and then we're gonna measure from corner to corner to make sure she's square from corner to corner. But it should be corner to corner. All right, so we got that. That's square. Then we take this square. Whole lot of squaring going around. Did you say swearing or squaring? I said squaring. So we put that square right there. Now that one, we had to kick it in just a little bit. And it's not good to keep dropping your squares on the floor because then your square won't be square no more. Boy, that's a whole lot of squaring. So we square on that side and we square on that side. So we're gonna put a clamp, we're gonna clamp her down. Gonna put that bad boy right there. And my holes, my 5/8 holes for my 5/8 shank, my holes are a little dirty. They get all kinds of dirt in them. Oh, dirty girl. Hey, I tell you what, hey, there's a whole lot of road scraping going on. I tell you what else is getting scraped. A lot of baby mamas is getting scraped too. Woo! Say it ain't so, say it ain't so. Yeah, there's a lot of baby mamas out there getting scraped too. They getting plowed. There's a lot of roads out there getting snow plowed, but I go ahead and tell you, there's a lot of baby mamas out there that's getting plowed too. They getting plowed and you paying the cell phone bill. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. Yep. I said it. All right, let's do this side over here. We got a clamp. We can do this side over here. I don't know if we'll be able to reach. We might have to shift it. Some of them up, we're gonna have to do all that over again. We're gonna have to shift everything over about an inch or two. That's what she said. She said the reason why she left and now she's your baby mama is because she needed another inch. Oh, oh. Oh, we're gonna start all over. All right, we're good now. Now we gotta check it all again. We gotta do it all again. Do it all again. Set it up again. That's a strong ass magnet. All right, that's square, that's square, that's square, that's square. All right, let's double check it. So we 8 inches here. All right, we got this one square. Why didn't you use brisket joints? I'm not familiar with that name there, OG2NV. What do you mean brisket joints? You talking about food? What are you talking about? You gonna have to let me know what you're talking about on that. That's a new one for me on there. Is that a new tool or something? I'm all about toolage. Oh. Then I guess that answers the question. Well, that answers the question. Because well, that answered, yeah, let's cut some gussets. Let's cut some gussets. Let's cut some gussets, boys and girls. Yeah, I did Friday. Mac. I did Friday. All right, we're gonna draw up some gussets. I can't get 5 by 10. I get 4 by 8s. I can't get the place I get stuff from. I can't get. They don't have 5 by 10s. Um. The place I get it from, they don't call. They don't. This place don't charge a cut fee. The other place, it's a 15. They charge a $15 cut fee. So we're just cutting out some gussets. I gotta put some water on the table, boys. What's up, Floor? Hold on, I need both hands. Y'all hang tight. I'll show you here in a second. I need both hands, so hang tight. All right. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. We don't want that. And somebody's probably going to say, why don't you flip those over on top of those and save some material? I would do that. I just hadn't had figure. I really hadn't put time to figure out how to do that. So it's okay. No, Matt. I hadn't even put no effort into it, honestly. No, I need to spend some time on it, honestly. But let me get some water. Oh, I need to put some water on the table. I need to put some water in the table. The slag dried right on the bottom. See? Yeah, the slag dry was this. I need to put some in the table. That ain't no big deal. I get a 5-gallon bucket, I fill it up with some water, put it in there. It's amazing how much that water evaporates. It really does. Why did I put a hole in it? I don't know. You good, Mac? What's up, Mike? So we got some gusset. Let me pick y'all back up. Y'all hang tight. Yeah. I didn't have no water on the table. I probably need some new consumables. I mean, it still cuts good, but. It's fine. So we got a little bit of gussets going on. So like I said, we're gonna put these gussets in there. We're gonna use this little wood block. We're gonna use that wood block as a shim. just building the work tables, all we building. I appreciate that. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Ryan? What's up, Mike? What's up? Appreciate that, Angie. Just being productive. Waiting on daggone. Won't be too long. We'll be waiting for some turkeys. Gobble, gobble. And we'll be planting a garden and doing some canning, boys and girls. So I'm gonna get that stainless steel stove, that gas stove out. We're gonna build a rolling kitchen, and we're gonna do some canning on this channel too. Yes, sir. All right, instead of taking all this loose, I'm gonna have to go to that side, so we're gonna have to change up, and we're gonna move to that side of the table. So, y'all just hang tight. I gotta get my tools from that side and bring to this side, so y'all just hang tight. Damn it, boy. we'll measure crossways. 64 1/4. Now we're gonna make sure we know this is square and that's square. Now we're gonna make sure it's square from I did that with the tape measure. $64 1/4. Come on. 64 1/4. Let's go back to this side. Let's go back to this side. 64 1/4. She's square as she can be. All right, let's do this side. Radio cut off. We're just going to double check it. That's square. That's square. That's square. We're going to double check it, make sure she didn't pull on us. Make sure she didn't pull up on us. 64 1/4. $64 1/4. 64 1/4. That's 64.25. All right. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me, coming through, pardon me, excuse me, excuse me. So, our tabletop is 45 1/2 by 45 1/2. So if we find a piece of plate that is 4 foot by 4 foot, that will give us, that'll give us about 1.5 inch overhang. Which that'll work out great. So maybe we can find a piece of 4 by 4. And then if we can find some 3/8 plate, then we can take one of those small pieces of tubing and run across the center this way, and run a brace from across the way. And we don't need to run one this way, because if we get a piece of 3/8 plate or some 1/4 inch plate, that'd be gracious plenty. That'd be gracious. Sand it. We had to fill that hole in on that one. Quit rubbing on my ass. Back to the other side. Ooh, that's a gap. That's a gap. get it. We can get it. I was gonna put something in there, but we can get it. Pretty big gap. It's about a 1/2 inch gap. We gotta jump it. It's got a 1/2 inch gap, I ain't gonna lie. When I cut it with a cutoff wheel, I cut it the wrong way. So it's pretty thick. And it ain't even Thursday. That's all right though. I'm gonna lay this hot wire in it. She ain't even gonna know what happened. Got a little blowback. She's spitting at me. Building up gas pressure inside the tube. It's all right. It's all right, girl. It's all right. Damn, you all sealed up. You tighter than a bullfrog's asshole. And just like that, she put up a fight, but I put the Stone Corner Stunner on her. We're gonna clean it up a little bit and we'll come back. Good Lord, you whipped that nozzle. Ain't it bad? I know, you seen that much? I was in there like I was making whipped cream, man. I was about to make a lemon meringue pie. I was whisking. I don't know nothing about no lemon room. Mike might know. Mike might know about a lemon meringue pie. Angie might know. Oh, whip it good. Whip it. Shit. John in here. What's up, John Buchanan? It's gotta be flat anyway, because we're gonna put a piece of yeah, I got lemon meringue pie. Cause when I lay the plate on top, it's gotta be flat. Yeah, I got tongue twisted, didn't it? So, hey, I used to have a hard time saying spaghetti. I had a hard time saying spaghetti. I'm just saying. Spaghetti. I got a booger right there. Look at that booger. But I didn't give up. I didn't give up. I dropped the damn I put the damn Dusty Rhodes on it. Stone Cold Stunner. Because Stone Cold said so. Got a nipple on it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. We probably got ahead of ourselves. I probably should have put that gusset at the top. Oh! 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 Can't do that, we'll be copyrighted. Can't do that, we'll be copyrighted. Probably. Damn it, Bo. We got too ahead of ourselves. All right, let's think about this for a second. If the plate's gonna lay on this flat, what happened? We probably should have put that gusset all the way flush at the top. Any suggestions? Shave the tube so it clears the gusset well. Yeah, we could do that too. Or we could just cut some squares out. We could cut some square plates out, put the square plate on there, weld the plate to it, and then weld that to that. We could do that. We got to put feet on the legs anyway for wheels. We putting all this on it, Mike? We taking all this stuff off this table? We taking all these tools off this table and putting on this table? So I need a piece of, hey John, I need a piece of plate. I need a 4x4 piece of plate. If you got any. Yeah, we need to build a table for that too. We just need to build a buggy for that. So let me turn the welder off and let me think about it. So let's think about it. So we're going to have feet for the, we're going to have feet on the legs so we can put wheels on there. Yeah, so the tabletop's gonna be 4 foot by 4 foot, and this right here is like 45 by 45 or something like that. So we're gonna have like an 1.5 inch overhang, which worked out great. So we're gonna have feet for the legs, for the wheels. I'm building a table. I need a tabletop. I need a piece of, a 3/8 plate would be great. Quarter would be all right, but 3/8 would be better. A piece of 4 foot by 4 foot tabletop. Quarter, 5/16, 3/8 would be great. So I could take and cut out a square, put the square on here, and then we could do that. Or I could cut out some more gussets, drop this down in there like that, right? And then we can put 3 gussets on this. We could put a gusset, and a gusset. We could do that. Oh yeah, my tabletop right here, Mike, it's 3/8. It's 3/8 plate. Quarter would be the bare minimum. Quarter would be a bare minimum. All right, so all right, so let's look at this. So I can cut a square plate and then weld this to the plate, and we're still going to have to gusset it. Or we drop it down and we put 3 gussets. We put one here, one there, and one there, and that'll just be open. So all the weight of the table will be on that gusset, which will be fine. Or we cut a plate and cap the corner. And we put that right there with a square. Yeah. Or we can put it right here on the corner, cut this true, put this right here on the corner, like that, put a gusset here, and put a gusset here, and then weld it solid all the way around, and then a gusset, and then it only have like a 1 inch void there. I do everything overkill, Mike. We can cut some more of these gussets, and we can put one there, and then weld it solid. What's the best? SRT, what's the best? If we put it on the corner, and then we put a gusset here and a gusset here, and then weld it to itself, and then it only have a 1 inch square that's not touching. We talking about that? And then we can just cut out some more gussets. So we're gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8. 2 bit, 4 bit, 6 bit a dollar. All for high school, say yes. All right, so let's cut out some more gussets. So we'll cut out 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll cut out 8 more gussets. We'll cut out 8 more gussets. I'm just gonna stay live until we get this thing. I'm just gonna stay live until we get this thing made, until it's on all 4s. If you stick around, I greatly appreciate it. So, So we're gonna need hold on a sec. If you're gonna put it up there and weld it, all right. All right, hang tight. All right, we just drew up some new gussets. And before somebody asks, I gotta figure out how to nest these things better where I can flip it. I haven't spent the time. Um, haven't spent the time. So. Well, cause I knew you were gonna say something, Mike. I know you're gonna say something. I know you're gonna say something. So how many we need? We need 2, 4, 6, 8. We need 8. Can't do it that way. What in the goddamn hell? Why do you keep doing that? There. Fine. I kept telling it 8 and it kept doing 16. Hold on, I don't think this is big enough. I know if I nested them, it'd be all right. I know. I don't want. Well, that didn't work because what the hell? 12. What in the world just happened? Lord have mercy, that piece is not 13 by 13. Gee Louise, man. I thought that piece was a daggone. I thought that piece was 13 by 13. It's not. It's not, boys and girls. I only measured it one way. Ah. Somebody asked me the other day, do you ever not? Yeah, sure did right now. Yeah. Right there. Yeah, right there. Straight cut. Yeah. It's got a straight cut feature. It does. We're making a table. You gotta put some water in the table. Smoking. Smoking. Smoking a pancake. The battery on this gimbal don't last long at all. That thing's blinking. Like, hey, I'm about to run out. About to run out. Says I'm about to run out, boys and girls. It says I'm about to run out of power. We're building a table. Yeah, we need 2 more. We need 2 more. We gotta square this up first. Do it like that. You wanna square this up though. Square the ends up. Y'all hang tight, I'll get you. Just hold on. I'm coming back, just hold on. We gotta get this set up right quick. Is the table used for welding? No. That table, this table is used for welding. That table is going to hold something. This is the welding table. You got to put tools on. To put tools on. Put twos on. Yeah, we already got a jig table, a welding jig table. We're gonna square this tubing up though. What? How come the ears didn't appear on the trigger? Mike, what you talking about? That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Well, I was gonna go predator hunting, but since we took too long, I don't think I'm gonna go. It's 4 o'clock now, so I might be able to go. I might still be able to go. I want to get this thing all on. I want to get this thing on all fours. Yahtzee. So let's measure this one. Let's measure this one, then we'll duplicate the other ones the same length. $36 and a quarter. Let's write that down. 36 and a quarter. So when we make the other ones, we'll make them the same. Oh. Let's clean the rust off. Clean the rust off so when we go to tack weld, she don't start spitting at us. We don't want to put it all the way on the edge because we want to have a place where we can run our bead. So let's check and see how square this is. It's pretty damn square. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this up there like that, put that up there like that. We're going to ask her to stay right there for just a second. We're just going to say, will you stay there for just a second while I do something? Got to use the force. What's up, Elko? I just tacked real good. So we got that one. So let's move on over to that side. I got it about, well, I mean, I got thick clothes on too, but I mean, I don't like it like super hot in here. It is 48. It's 48 degrees. It's 48 degrees and it's snowball white. $48 degrees and snowball white. So we're squaring up all these ends, and then we'll have all the legs put on it, and we can stand it up and make sure it's good, and then I'll weld it up solid off camera. We've been on here about 184 minutes, so I'd at least like to get it on all 4 legs. And I might go predator hunting before it gets dark. We had a whiteout. We had a whiteout, boys and girls. Let's see what we're talking about. Yeah. There was snow on the satellite. We squaring up these legs. We got to cut 2 more gussets out. And I would cut the plates for the feet, but I don't know what size wheels I'm gonna get. And I'd like to cut the holes out for the bolts for the wheels all at one time. So we get it cut, we get the table cut, and we get it stood up. And that'd be a good stopping point. Yeah, it messes them up. I went out there and it had snow over it, and then it kind of just slid right off. So we gotta cut it. 36 and a quota, 36 and a quota, 36 and a quota, 36 and a quota. 36 and a quota. All right, so we got this one done. Whiteout, snow whiteout. All right, let's go put another leg. Let's go put another leg on. We got two on. This is the third one. Ain't this the one I just brought over here, ain't it? Let me make sure that's the right leg. And I checked it. Glad I checked it. Be right back. Glad I checked it. Yeah. Yeah, we almost there. Yeah, we had I guess the snow made the Wi-Fi glitch, I guess. I don't know. So we got to cut 2 more gussets. We got to cut 2 more gussets for that leg. And then we should be able to flip this thing upside down or flip it upside right. And we'll have a table on all 4s. So we get this leg tacked up, and we'll get the other leg on, get it tacked up. And then once it's all good and tacked, then we'll take it off the table and we'll flip it upside right on the table. And then I need to curl up on the table and weld it up solid. Then I'll probably take a break. I probably won't even put then I'll go out in the woods and do a little bit of predator hunting. See what we can come up with. She level that way. Need a little push. She need a little pressure. I'm gonna go and tell you that son of a bitch ain't straight. What happened? She's straight now. She's straight now. Probably just throwing metal shavings all in my phone. Let's cut 2 more gussets. Yeah, let's cut 2 more gussets. We'll be done with this. Huh, interesting. That's interesting, Matt. Why didn't he want the table? I gotta put some water in my table. All right, let's go cut another piece. 36 and a quarter. Well, come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, I guess you don't want to go. The last leg, boys and girls, last leg. Last leg. We wanted to go out, but then we acted all crazy. And I gotta go put some wood in the wood stove. To get this done, I check the wood stove. I want an electric eye torch. What is that? What's that, Matt? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't know that's what that was called. I did not know that's what that was called. This is the last leg. And then, we'll figure out. When I go to Harbor Freight, I'll look at some wheels, some good wheels. Look at some good caster wheels. If I get a wheel that's 6 inches, that's going to probably bring the table up a little bit, but we'll just have to see how it works out. And probably what I'll do is I'll probably take that angle iron and cut the angle iron and put the angle iron at the bottom. And we'll put the angle iron up like this. And we'll run the angle around the bottom for support at the bottom. We won't do that on this live. Because we've been on here for a minute. And we got buffed out because of the snowstorm. So. My bad. Well, there we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We got a table. Well, we got the beginning of a table. Y'all see that? Y'all see that little kickaroo with the foot? Ha ha. So this table is going to get that, the drill press, the shear, and the press. So now, looking good in the neighborhood. On a swivel. Y'all seen that? So what I'll do is, I appreciate everybody tapping in. So we already know the top square. So we already done that, right? 64 1/4, right? 64 1/4. So, but what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go fill up the wood stove. I'm gonna go get my predator call stuff, and I'm gonna walk out into the woods a little bit in the snow and see if I can't call up a predator. See what happens. Just take, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure from here to here. So what I'll do is I'll draw a straight line there, and I'll draw a straight line there, and I'll measure from here to here. And whatever that length is, I'm gonna cut a piece of angle iron, and I'm gonna put the angle iron right here. And I'm gonna put the angle iron like this, a V. I'm gonna put it up, right? We're gonna run the angle from here to here. And I'm gonna do the same thing on that leg, and the same thing on that leg, and the same thing on that leg. Then I'm gonna take a piece of, I don't know if I got any small tubing, but a piece of angle will work. Take another piece of angle and run from that one to that one across the table so it has some support. I want at least a 3/8 plate or 1/4 inch plate or 5/16 plate. And then we'll go from there. And then when I go to Harbor Freight to get that nibbler tool, I'm gonna look at some caster wheels. Then when we get the caster wheels, we will cut out feet like done on this, and we will bolt the feet to the table. So if they ever go bad or something, we can change them out. And I am not putting nothing underneath the table. Nothing. I'm not putting a floor underneath the table. I'm not putting anything, because you see what happens when you put a floor up underneath the table? Nothing. Yeah. So yeah, Gary, yes, absolutely. So I have some rebar, right? I have some more rebar, and what I'll do is I'll probably take the rebar and run the rebar from here to here. So maybe can hang some tools or something on it. But I am not putting a floor underneath it, because this table right here is a great table. But you see the bottom of it, I've cleaned that shit out, and then it gets thrown back. It's just junk. It catches everything. So, yep. Yeah, so when Leslie Kellum was alive and he was building cabinets, he was having them boys build cabinets at the machine shop where my dad worked at, all the way from the 80s all the way up until the late 2020s. Every tool cart, every tool shed, every tool building, every locker in the building, every locker was like this. Every locker that was built like that, every locker in there had a roof line on it that was, I don't know what the pitch was. Let's just say it was 6/12. So whatever it was, so you couldn't throw shit on top of the cabinet on the locker. It would roll off into the floor. And he had those things lined up around the shop. And man, it was so nice, because everything with a flat surface gets damn shit put on it, every bit of it. You don't believe it? Put a damn table up and watch what happens. That thing will grow shit on top of it. I'm the world's worst. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate every single one of you for tapping in. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I'm gonna go do my chores, and I appreciate everybody tapping in, and I'm gonna go see if I can call up a predator and see what happens, and then I'll probably come back in here tonight and finish this because tomorrow, got to get back to work tomorrow. So today's Jay's day. So I appreciate every single one of you, boy. What's up, Craig? I appreciate every single one of you, boys and girls. Remember when I said hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell? I'll talk to you later. Remember when I said don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping on anybody else's. Put God first, let loose and drag. Peace and chin grace. I'm out.